self-intimacy is greater than self-love. When I first time I heard that, I couldn't understand what does that mean. Self-love, I know because it's everywhere. If you go on internet, if you search affirmation, self-love, gratitude, visualization, it's like basic. Law of attraction has the market. You go out there and you see all these things. That statement kind of it stayed with me. And I was like, okay, then what is self-intimacy? If what I understand is self love, then what is self intimacy and how deeper it is? Then, when I started understanding my own emotions, then I started seeing myself. Okay, you spoke a lot about masculine energy and feminine energy. For me, I was confused in that also. Okay, for me, okay, if I'm a female and my energy is feminine, it was not that way. We have both the energies. So it stayed with me. And I kind of understood that, okay, this is how, what is self intimacy, how to, intimacy is not just the like sexual part, it's everywhere. They're out, it's everywhere. And when I actually started understanding the content, it resonated. Then the second was the forgiveness part, where you have said that forgiveness, it will not happen. But when you actually start resolving a lot of things, one day you will realize that you have reached a state where you are able to forgive. And when I saw that, it kind of resonated. And the kind of person I was when I met you, I was like, you can say, a body which is full of emotions, but I am myself, my consciousness is not in touch with that emotion. So for me, that those release of emotions, it was so important. It was so important for me. And that is where I connected with Osho Dynamic Meditation. So no matter how much I learned from you, but that is something that remains very close to my heart. Oh, it was amazing. Especially you have actually made it very stepwise. L0, L1, L3. So when I started with the Saturday courses because you had already started with L0 and L1. So I started with this feeling that, oh, I have not done L0 and L1 or L2. I might not understand L3. But for me, I could understand L3 also. And when I saw L0, L1, which was like basic, because on a different platform I had seen you conducting various sessions on every Friday. And from there, I stayed connected to the content because it was resonating with me. It was something I was searching, but I didn't know the right kind of platform to go for those knowledge, because knowledge is everywhere, but still to filter out, it was very difficult. And then I just took your name from there and I searched about you before reaching out to you. And then I saw a lot of your content on different platforms that you have been doing for last 10, 12 years. And I watched them again and again, again and again. I think you have conducted various workshops in different countries also. So you had put pictures and there were 2, 3 videos from those workshops also. And when I watched them, it was like, oh my God, this was something I was searching for. So when I entered your space, when I started with L0, I started from the scratch. All these years, my parents couldn't answer. Forget the answering part. I couldn't go and ask my parents. I couldn't go and ask my teachers. I couldn't go and ask my friends. Whatever is on internet past, I think 10 to 12 years, India has become like that we get a lot on internet. But sometimes there are questions that remain with the children and it remains unresolved. As we grow up, we focus on different aspects, but we forget those questions. But not just my answers. I recollected a lot of my questions there and a lot of my experiences that I had as a child. I think there's one content. It's very important for people to know this. I identify myself as a woman. A male, he or she, a male, he will identify himself as a male. Or any person, he or she, they will identify with some gender. But I think 10 to 12 years ago, now we know that there is not just two genders. There is a lot. There is a lot. And there is like people identify, even when a person is a woman, she identifies with being a male. Gender clarification. So there is one video of yours. I was very confused that, okay, maybe this video is for somebody who has gender confusion, or they don't know how to get themselves identified. Then I remembered that even as a child, when this was going on so much in the news, the lesbians, the gays, and I was confused. I was really confused that how does one choose a gender? But later on, I understood that, okay, my orientation is different. And now I clearly identify myself as a female and like straight, and my orientation is towards guys. But it's so important for a child. So when I think of these things as a child, for a child, I understand, okay, that the child in me was exploring and she was trying to understand and comprehend what is going on. And like me, there are a lot of children out there, and still there are a lot of children who are confused. And so, we actually um, hear a lot that when people get married and then they understand how they identify themselves, and a lot of chaos happens. But actually, we can save a lot of lives if we actually pay attention to these small details. So it is so important. It is these kind of content and the kind of courses here this platform is providing. It's so important to for this content to reach out specifically to parents. I still remember that I asked you this question, that why can't we provide these content to children, and then you said that children are open but the parents are closed. So it's so important that it reaches out to a lot of parents so that they can help their children. Maybe the parents did not go through anything like that, but maybe their children are going through that, so they can save their children. So for me, not just the session, even the not just the this course, even the personal session helped me to get connected to my emotions first. At first place, I couldn't identify how sad I was. Because for me, I was an achiever. I am achieving everything. I am a girl with a positive mind. I am a girl with a lot of affirmations. I am a girl who can go and who was a go getter. But I could never give myself that chance to sit with myself and see what my feminine side is telling me. And for me, that shift happened. And actually, the best part was I was doing it because I was resonating with it. And in all of these, I'm very grateful to the Sangha that I got, the platform, because every Saturday we used to meet and people used to come and they have shared a lot of, when they were sharing their journey, it kind of made me feel connected. Or when I watch the recordings of the sessions that I have not attended personally, it kind of still had, it held the same energy with which you were conducting the session. And I could understand what is their pain, how they are behaving. So it was amazing. So I am very grateful to each and every Sangha member. Maybe I don't know them by their names, but by their face, I remember a lot of them. And by their stories, I remember a lot of them. And I'm very grateful that they were so open to share their stories, because it takes a lot of courage. It really takes a lot of courage to share their stories. It made me connect to my freedom. I was always searching for something to trust. But throughout this course and throughout, as you held my hand, I just saw you as my guru. And I have huge, immense respect for you, and with a lot of gratitude, I see this content, because this is something that I don't know how many people make such content, and it is so important for, especially in country like ours. It's not that I am just praising the content. No, I have lived this content. I have gone through various phases. So that trust you gave me. And more than you said this, that Deepa, you don't have to trust on myself, you trust on yourself. And I still remember my first session with you, and you said that bring that energy to whom you trust. And I saw that, oh my God, I don't trust anyone. I don't even trust myself. Where is my trust? And that was my experience with trust. So when I'm not trusting anything, how can I be free? When I'm not trusting, I will always be engaged in my fear. I will always be engrossed into something negative, lower vibration. But for me, something that I have got from this is trust and freedom. That I think you can't get from anywhere. Only when you go within, you get that. Because we keep on telling this story to ourselves. Oh, we were betrayed. Oh, we were a victim. It is so easy to go in that victimhood. I was in that place at some point of time. But to see myself come out of it, it was like my whole idea or my whole perception got shifted, because the content is so vast. I remember you said this, Deepa, give yourself time to integrate. So I learned the importance of integration. But for me, the kind of belief work and emotional work, or it was amazing, because energetically I was understanding things, but I couldn't understand how to collaborate it with my belief, or how to work on that part. I was not, honestly, I was feeling gratitude for a lot of things, but now I feel it was all hollow, because deep down there was a lot of sadness. And when it got resolved, I started resolving things. Now I understand that they were not even things, they were merely a knots. It was waiting for me to come and just untie them or remove them. So I'm very happy the way my life is now shaping up. I look forward this healed version of mine, how she creates and how she is in the world, because I have received so much that I'm very happy to give it out. It's not even 1 year, and I've seen this shift in me. Like, okay, now I know that you always say that be in the present moment, but I so feel that I wish I had met you 5 years ago, 4 years ago. But I'm glad I did. I did make a choice to be the part of Sangha and to remain connected to you. And I'm very grateful to you that you are my guru. I'm very grateful to you. Thank you, sir. Okay, specifically, my message would be for people who are working or who want to actually go deeper into their own healing journey. Or even if you have started, it's fine. Anyone who has started their journey, it's fine. But if they are willing to go deeper, because life coaching, it's not just about the sexual part or the sexual energy, it's deeper. We see how the chakras are. There are like different modules you have created, and throughout the modules, you will understand each aspect of your own body, of the way your thoughts are, your beliefs are, and the way you are thinking. Just one day you realize that your thought process has shifted, or even that shift you will notice about yourself. So if you are willing to go deeper into what you are doing right now, or you have chosen this path of healing, or even one content is resonating with you, stay connected. And actually, there are not just me, I feel there are a lot of pillars that you have in your sangha. And I think we are here, and we will welcome open heartedly a lot of people. We look forward that a lot of people join us, and I look forward that they make shift in their life, because it's not, nobody is doing anything for anyone else, but we are doing this for ourselves. And the moment we make a shift, we are actually contributing to the universal consciousness also. So, and we have received so much from the universe. How can we say that we have not received? In a way, if even when we have not received something, it was like it was protecting us from something. So we have received so much from the universe, and can't we just take our own responsibility and give it to the universe? We can, right? So it's our responsibility. So even one individual, if they feel responsible for themselves, I think they should join. I believe they should join. And I look forward to a lot of people in the coming days. I really look forward to.